Said on the other side, the Bears need a win to keep their hopes alive. The Eagles are in, but they have a lot at stake. Nate Lewis, outside the 30 to about the 32, returns the Eagle kickoff. Let's look at that ERIK KRAMER-led Chicago offense. They can be potent and have been. The front line's done a good job. Heck, Perry, Fontenot, Lewinberg, and the big cat James Williams. Salam, Mike Falkerson will open at fullback. Jeff Graham and Curtis Conway, the wideouts. Keith Jennings, the tight end. ERIK KRAMER has taken every snap this year. It's right. Salam reverse coming. They've got it pretty well set. KRAMER out in front. Throws a block. Curtis Conway gets outside the 40, close to a first down yardage. Let's look at the Eagle defense. Mike Mamula, Ronnie Dixon, Andy Harmon, and William Fuller up front. Thomas Govea and Romanowski, the linebackers. In the secondary, the rookie Bobby Taylor and Mark McMillan. The corners, Jackson and Zordich, are the two safeties. Second and about a foot. Reversed by Conway. Got 9+, a block by KRAMER. This is Rashaan Salam. He gets the first down outside the 45, about the 47.
You know, one thing about Rashaan Salam, we were talking to him last night, that he's really starting to feel more comfortable now. You know, he came in here, he won the Heisman Trophy, was disappointed where he was drafted, and came in and kind of struggled early. He said he really didn't understand a lot of things, but now he understands it and he feels comfortable with everything they're doing.
Well, he was forced into action, much more action than the Bears actually had wanted early. Salah. Fumble. And the Eagles drop on it, I believe.
I think that's Andy Harmon on the back, but that one official right there, Pat, that official, the umpire saying the ball was down. They're going to say this isn't a fumble. When that guy starts that signal, he's saying that the ball was down before, or the whistle blew before it was recovered.
Kurt Govea made the recovery for the Eagles, but they are saying, like you said, that Salam was down.
That was the thing. Dave Wanstead was worried about Salam and his fumbling. He said one thing he wanted him to do, he said sometimes he just lets go of the ball when he's down. He wants him to get up and hand it to the official.
This is just a habit. Not fumbling, but leaving the ball on the ground after he's tackled.
That ball was ripped out of there.
Zordich.
With an inadvertent whistle, first down Chicago.
Oh, the Bears got a break there. Michael Zordich pulled that ball out of there, but what they're saying is that they blew the whistle. Now, if they blow the whistle, the ball is dead no matter what happened. Michael Zordich got in there, grabs that ball, strips it from Rashaan right there, and then takes it out of there. That should have been the Eagles' ball, but one of the officials blew the whistle. And anytime the whistle blows, that's it. The play is over.
First down Bears. KRAMER back to throw it. Going deep. Conway intended. Incomplete.
That's not a bad deal there. You know, they feel, well, we just dodged a bullet here. We just got a big break. It shouldn't have been our ball anyway, so let's try and throw a deep one to Curtis Conway.
The Eagles have sort of gotten into a pattern in recent weeks of falling behind early and then having the mountain to climb to get back in the game. They've won the last 2 weeks, 20-17 over Dallas, 21-20 last week over Arizona, 2nd and 10.
That was the thing Ray Rhodes was saying. He said the biggest thing we have to do today is get out of the chute.
KRAMER gives to Salah. Still on his feet, still running inside the 20. The ball loose again. When he hit the ground, the ball came out. And Mark McMillan came up with it, gets out of bounds, and the Eagles will have this recovery.
Yeah, I think it was stripped again, Pat. This is going to be their ball. Salam has done an excellent job of running the ball. but he just had the ball stripped out of him. The first time was Zordich. I think the second time, I think it's going to be Mark McMillan.
22-yard gain before.
Yeah, good blocking up front, good lead, good moves here. Watch, he has the ball. Now watch McMillan, number 29. He did. He went in there, stripped it out. The ball bounced right to him. So he got a strip and a recovery, Mark McMillan.
You know, that's something that teams practice now every day, stripping the ball.
Yeah, and the offenses have to start practicing a little more seriously against it.
They really do.
In fact, there are guys that will give them money. You know, if you get it out of there, there are running backs in the league will give the defensive back money if he can do it.
Rodney Peete chased and down. He fumbled. And it looks like the Bears might have it. Mark Carrier came up with it. Rodney Peete never saw it coming.
Yeah, we talk about intensity, you talk about offense and defense and running the ball and passing, but the thing will always be the big thing that determines games is turnovers or lack of turnovers.
Peete back to throw, good protection for a while. Spellman comes around the corner and takes him down, causes the fumble. Carrier comes up with it.
That was a good pass rush over there by Spellman. He was on Antone Davis. He went right around Davis. Rodney Peete was rolling out a little to his left side, just getting ready to throw the ball when Spellman got there. Now, Spellman on that one, he didn't try and strip it. He just went for the tackle.
Just a sack. It's 1st and 10 Bears at the Philadelphia 15. Salah hit by Andy Harmon after a couple. Here's a guy that a lot of people thought should be in the Pro Bowl, including himself.
Yeah, and all his teammates and coaches and everyone. They say if anyone has played well and been outstanding on this Eagle defense, one of the leaders has been Andy Harmon.
Overachiever, many say.
Yeah, of course, he and William Fuller, who play right next to him, as a pair, lead all of football in sacks.
2 tight ends for the Bears. KRAMER lobs it outside into the end zone as Keith Jennings touchdown, but there's a flag on the play. Early, the flag was thrown.
Oh, there's a spike. When you're as big as Keith Jennings, you weigh 270 pounds, you can spike that thing.
Defense, number 59. Penalties decline. Touchdown.
The touchdown stands, and ERIK KRAMER just tied a Bears single-season record of 28 touchdown passes, held by Sid Luckman.
Yep, now you're talking Bear football. The guy that jumped off sides up on top there was Mike Mamula, but Keith Jennings was wide open, and when you weigh 270 pounds, there's no little defensive back that's going to stop you from getting in.
Butler's extra point is good, and the Bears lead 7-0. A very eventful first trip down the field. The windy city of Chicago. Today's temperature at game time around 30 degrees. But with the wind chill, it feels like it's 10 degrees. And for this time of the year in Chicago, that's not bad. Sauerbrun's kick against the wind, handled by Derek Witherspoon. His kickoff return got him back in the game last week against Arizona. Myron Baker made the stop. The 28 touchdown passes ties the team record, which was held by Sid Luckman, set in 1943.
Yeah, we always talk about play pass, but watch William Thomas here. See, he's affected by this play pass here because the Bears have been able to run, and that lets Keith Jennings get to the outside. You see, they were doubling the outside receivers. Thomas takes a little bite on that play fake, and that lets Keith Jennings get out there.
Eagle ball, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Rodney Peete gives to Charlie Garner. They start with the rocket formation. Here's the Philadelphia offensive setup. Rodney Peete, of course, the quarterback. In front, Brooks, McIntyre, McKenzie, Harry Boatswain, and Antone Davis. Ricky Waters, Charlie Garner, the 2 Rockets. the running backs, Fred Barnett, Rob Carpenter starting at wide receiver, and Ed West is the tight end, 2nd 7. Pete back to throw. Incomplete, intended for Fred Barnett. And here's the Bear defense. They have said, they're on record as saying they need a dominant player on defense. Simpson, Zorich, Flanagan, and Alonzo Spellman, undersized up front in the defensive line. Smith, Kane, and Cox, the linebackers, and the secondary, Lincoln and Minifield, the corners. Carrier and Carter, 2 fine safety men.
And if there's any one area back there, it's that Jeremy Lincoln, but they've really been having trouble on this right corner down here in the bottom.
3 wide receivers. Pete back to throw. Rush, and down he goes. Flanagan, that's his 11th sack of the year. Right now, let's send you back to Hollywood for a McDonald's game break and JB.
Not the way the 49ers drew it up, but take a look at Steve Young's swing pass to Adam Walker heading for the score, but fumbles, and alert Jerry Rice recovers for the San Francisco touchdown on top 7-0 over Atlanta. Back to Pat and John.
Soldier Field, the Eagles Hutton punch line drive kick just gets out of there, but goes over Jeff Graham's head. Fooled him. And the Eagles down at the Bear 24. The Bears lead 7-0. Time of year, as I said a minute ago, this is not bad in Chicago. The wind you would expect, 19 miles an hour.
I was just going to say, I think that that wind, and you take that 19-mile-an-hour wind, and then somewhere you put it in there with that degrees, and then you get less degrees than that thing shows.
Right. That's called wind chill.
Now you're talking hitting weather.
KRAMER, incomplete. Intended for Jeff Graham. Bears are looking for a flag, which did not appear.
Yeah, it seems like every time there's a throw down the field now, everyone wants a flag. And I think that's one of the things they have to straighten out in the offseason. You know, what is pass interference and what isn't pass interference? Because, to be honest with you, the players don't know. I don't feel the officials, all the officials are consistent on it. The fans don't have any idea.
Well, if you could just get some consistency, that's the key thing. KRAMER gives to Salam. Stopped by Zordich. 7-0 Bears. There's their head coach, Dave Wanstead, in his 3rd season. Record of 25 and 24. He was with the Cowboys when they won their Super Bowls, and then came here. And he's done a whale of a job here. 3rd down, 3 wide receivers for the Bears, 3 on the same side. KRAMER zeroed in that direction, and that's Jeff Graham. Good throw from KRAMER. And a good catch by Graham. Jackson and Zordich converge.
Yeah, I think there's a guy, Jeff Graham, that has been a big addition to this Bear football team. If you say who's the MVP or the offensive MVP, I know you have to say ERIK KRAMER. You know, he just set a record, just broke Sid Luckman's record and all that. But this Jeff Graham is really a heck of a player. And he's going to be a free agent. He may not be a Bear next year, but I think they ought to do everything they can to keep this guy.
Big Scott Adams is the tight end on the right side, normally a tackle. Number 72. Flags on the play. Salam, right side.
I think when Big Scott Adams comes in there as a tight end on 1st down, you can probably say it's going to be a running play and hope that he doesn't jump off sides.
Defense, number 51. 5-yard penalty.
William Thomas.
That's the way to get the 1st down. Here's William Thomas right up there. You're going to see him. See, he gets into that neutral zone. In the neutral zone being the length of the football. But again, I think when they put a tackle in on 1st down as the 2nd tight end, you can say, well, it's not short yardage, it's not goal line, but it probably is going to be a run.
And he's probably not going to go deep.
Not going to go anywhere off the line of scrimmage.
1st and 5. Salam. Line of scrimmage. And the divots fly. This field is really chewed up.
Yeah, and you really have to have good footing down there, because I was talking to a lot of the players yesterday, and I was asking about the field, if they like to play on grass, and every time you'd say grass, they'd laugh.
They sort of look at you, the blank.
They'd say, there's no grass down there. Kevin Butler was saying he was out here and he had one of those holders.